welcome to my channel. Welcome to the sanctuary, my sacred space. And I welcome everybody who's coming in now or in the future whenever you get a chance to see this video. And thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just so blessed to be here and so blessed to have you here with me. And I'm just so excited. And I would like to, for a moment, just apologize for not doing Sunday Soul Set this week on Sunday because just Mercury retrograde, right? It's like throwing everything off and threw my whole energy off, and I just wasn't able to show up that day. And I still ended up doing circle with my public group, here in my local area, and it was beautiful. But I'm sorry if I wasn't able to show up on Sunday. But I'm doing my cosmic energy report today, and then this evening at 7, I'm going to be doing the live Pisces blue moon ritual, and that's going to be beautiful. I'm a Pisces sun sign. I'm Scorpio rising, Aquarius moon, but my sun sign is in Pisces, and so this is a really magical moon for me. And I understand as I'm looking at the chart here that it might not quite seem as magical as it normally would. And that's true. There is a lot of, because so many planets, almost all the planets are in retrograde right now. Every planet except for Jupiter, which will be going retrograde here soon, but which I believe is on the 4th, and Venus will be stationing to go direct here soon on the 3rd. But we'll talk more about that this Sunday on Sunday Soul Set, those energies especially. But Mars is not retrograding until the very beginning of the next year, and so we are feeling a lot of that retrograde energy, especially right now as we're getting closer to all the planets being in retrograde, at least for a split second, with Jupiter and Venus sort of like kissing each other as one is stationing to go retrograde and one is stationing to go direct. They're going to sort of kiss each other there on the 3rd and the 4th of September. But this energy, I feel like, is being overlooked because of all of the retrograde. And, there is a lot of opposing energy, and there is a lot of square energy that's sort of kind of coming in and complicating a lot of things. Because as I'm looking at the chart here, which I will hold up, and you can, pause it if you want to get a closer view of it. This is what it's looking like for today on the Pisces full moon at its exact moment of 9:35 p.m. here in my location. And the moon is illuminating Saturn. Okay? And it's also, Neptune is also opposing Mercury. So we have a lot of oppositional energy going on, which is causing sort of like, conflicting energies. And it's sort of overpowering this beautiful Pisces moment, because Pisces is a wonderful, magical sign. The energies of the full moon, being that it is a blue moon, are being amplified. It's being doubled. The blue moon is a moment that sort of is an extra boost of energy. And it's a super moon as well. So we have a super moon. It's a blue moon. It is a moment of extra energy, extra power. It's a boost. And being in Pisces is the sign of spirituality. It's the sign of subconscious. It's the sign of, dreams and, just connecting with spirit. It's the sign of believing in magic. It's the sign of it's associated with the magician as magic in general. And there's just a lot of energy that kind of is like, this is a really good sign to do healing work, to do dream work, to focus on your dreams and making them into reality, because the full moon in Pisces is in the Virgo season. As the sun travels through Virgo, and Virgo being the practical sign, the sign of organization, the sign of planning, the sign of, health and getting your butt in gear, and just it's very particular and, just that earthy energy of getting things taken care of. And then Pisces is the energy of dreams. And so we have this sense of reality and we have a sense of dreams. And also being, like I was saying, the moon is illuminating Neptune and Saturn, which are also retrograde in their signs and have been in its sign for a while now. But it's really illuminating Saturn because they're right next to each other, so they're conjunct. And Saturn is the father. It's serious. It is the one that wants to give a reality check. It's the one that's like, hey, get your shit together. Very much energy. But Pisces is not really like having it right now, I guess you could say. It's like, there's a lot of very serious energy that's going on. There's a lot of, let's get our shit together. Let's get things planned. Let's get things organized. There's a lot of wanting to get things done. But Pisces is here to kind of remind us to have faith. And I kind of feel like that is a key energy or a key message, a key intention that I feel like Pisces is reminding us of. I feel like it's here to say, there's a lot of things that are going on. There's a lot of energy that may feel like it's against us or holding us back or causing us to review or causing us delays, causing us frustrations. And we can feel this sense of like wanting to get things done. And, but Pisces is like, hey, have faith. Believe in the magic, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe in infinite possibility. It is like this wonderful reminder that even with everything that's going on around us, that we can still believe in our dreams and to surrender. There is a sense of surrendering right now. There's a sense of wanting everything to work out and not knowing what the future is going to look like, especially when I'm looking at the chart here, Venus still in retrograde, stationing to go direct, but it's squaring Jupiter, and Jupiter is pretty much a very benevolent planet. It's the sign that kind of brings in blessings. It's known for abundance. It's known for prosperity. It's known for, sort of expanding everything that it's in, and it's in Taurus, which is associated also, it's an earth energy that's associated with prosperity and money as well. Usually when it's like 5/5 in May around Taurus, that's when we do a lot of money magic, a lot of manifestation around money. And so there is a lot of, money blessings that's sort of going on over here, but squaring Venus, which is, even though it's associated with love and relationships and partnerships, which is true, and those things are also getting hit right now as well, but it's also saying, money might not be, it's saying take a moment and really assess your money situation, your earning potential, your spending habits. How are you budgeting your money, your finances, and you might not see really like, is this going to work out? especially with all this retrograde, is saying, hey, take the time to really review a lot of this stuff. And reviewing our partnerships, reviewing our relationships, not just romantic, but like all of our relationships, all of our partnerships in our life, the people that we are like best friends with or close co-workers, people that we work with in a relationship closely to us. But also, our way of life, our way of viewing comfortability, our way of viewing luxury, so there's a lot of standstill in that. There's a lot of like unsureness and not really seeing how the end result is going to be. So it's saying, hey, we need to get a reality check. And also Uranus now being retrograde in the sign of Taurus, that's also saying, we really need to review things, but we also need to be creative and innovative and trying new things that we, normally wouldn't do to get that money or to get that investment back, to create new ways of doing things. There's a lot of restructuring going on around money systems, because Uranus represents, the bigger picture of organizations, bigger structures, like our government or just big business, things like that. And so there is a lot of innovation going on. There's a lot of restructuring of that going on. There's a lot of, trying to create this new world system, this new world order when it comes around money and, going to digital currency versus, real money or physical money, cash. And so there's a lot of resistance to that. And I can see why, I personally am a cash person myself. I prefer cash. I like using cash. I don't want to see cash go away. But I know that this push for the new way of doing things being really hard right now. And so there's a lot of resistance in that. But it may be calling for us to be creative at the same time, to innovate new ways of doing things. So, if you're feeling like there's a lot of stuff that's going on around money and our structures and the way that we're normally doing things, if something's not working and you've beaten it with a dead horse, in the way that you've normally done things and it's just not working, then maybe it's time to try something new, whatever may be. Maybe you need to try, a QuickBooks or, a new way of organizing or budgeting your money that you haven't tried before. But anyway, like I was saying, but Pisces, this full moon in Pisces, this blue moon, even in the midst of all this chaotic energy, all this, stuff that's been going around, it's here to say, take a deep breath out, come back into your center, remember why you're here, what your purpose is, that there's beauty in this, that there's purpose in this, that, there's magic in all of this. As spiritual people, light beings, star seeds, witches, anybody that's connected in some sort of spiritual way in with the cosmic and the universe, we sort of feel that we are here for a mission, we're here for a purpose, we have more than just this physical vessel, more than this real world that's going on, that's forcing us to strap on our boots. It's like, hey, come back into yourself and use your imagination. Use that imagination and visualize and tap into your power and manifest. This is the moment for magic. So make the magic happen. Yes, there is a lot of energy of like with Saturn opposing the sun, it may cause us to want to escape escape reality, it make or avoid reality, procrastination, self-sabotage, a desire to fall back into like self-limiting or destructive patterns or belief systems, because the ego because the sun representing, sort of the ego, that first house energy, in a sense, it's like um it makes us carry all of these burdens. We can feel the burdens in Virgo. It's like I got all these responsibilities I have to deal with. I have all these tasks that I have to deal with. And we got all this weight on our shoulders, things that we have to get done and, or want to get done. And our task list just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. But it's like, release that burden, surrender that burden, like don't carry that burden around with you. Ask for help. There's a moment here that's also saying, collaborate or delegate. There's a lot of moment here for us to, if we feel like we have too much weight on us, too much responsibility, too many tasks that we've taken on. What tasks have you taken on to yourself that maybe you don't need to do, that you can delegate to somebody else to help you, that you can be like, hey, I have so much other things that I'm doing right now. I know that I said that I would do this or said that I could do this, and yeah, maybe I can, but I really just don't have the time, or I just don't have the energy to be able to execute this in the right way or in the right time frame. And so I'm asking you for help, to ease that burden off of yourself and to, reevaluate those self-imposed expectations or self-imposed responsibilities that we may have taken on, and to just sort of relax. But this, that dreaminess of Pisces may cause us to want to escape from it and to avoid it altogether. And so don't let those lower vibrations of Pisces sort of take over. Allow the higher vibrations of Pisces to come through and allow us to cleanse and clear and release and surrender and believe and to have faith. This energy of Pisces and Virgo is reminding us to balance practicality with the spirituality and to believe in the impossible, because that's what the blue moon is saying. That's what the blue moon is saying to all of us, is to believe in the impossible. And even if we can't see how this is all going to turn out, we don't see the end of the road, and we're like, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm going to surrender it and I'm going to give it to the universe or the God or the goddess, however you view the divine. I'm giving this up. I'm taking my heavy plate and I'm giving it to you, and I trust that that you're going to take care of it for me and that it's all going to work out in the end. That faith that it's all going to work out in the end, because Mercury's slowing everything down and coming in and messing things up like it always does, in the sense of like us trying to get things done on time, trying to get places where we want to get to, everything's acting funny, and that's just what it does. But luckily it's a short window, and here in a couple weeks it'll clear out, but we're in the middle of all this chaos, and it's hard for us to really, not want to procrastinate or not want to give up or not want to avoid our responsibilities and not fall back into destructive patterns, that escapism that Pisces is known for, not wanting to fall back into, drinking or smoking or, whatever that destructive pattern that we tend to fall back on as a coping mechanism that we use to deal with stress and anxiety and depression and all that stuff, because it wants us to get into our head. It's like our negative side, the little devil on our shoulder is wanting us to go into the shadows. It's wanting us to fall back into that. But the Pisces new moon is like the angel on the shoulder that's saying, don't listen to that negativity. Come over here to the positivity. See the light at the end of the tunnel. See the blessings that are coming in, or trust that the blessings are coming in. It can be very hard in moments like this. And so there is a lot of, having to do some healing work. That last little bit of healing work that, that the Venus in Leo has been working on our heart chakras this whole time. It's still there. It's still working on that heart chakra. It's starting to go, it pull back, and now it's going to go direct, and then it's going to go back through the way in which it came, and then before it goes into Virgo. But that heart chakra work that we've been feeling, that we've been working through when it comes to our relationships and when it comes to our money making abilities, and spending and all that stuff, like, there's a lot of heart chakra work that, we can still sort of feel the last little bits that we're working through right now. We have to surrender, we have to open up, we have to release, we have to allow ourselves to be in that higher vibration that's calling to us right now. And if things don't work out the way we want them to, we have to trust that there's a reason why it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Maybe the universe is saying, I have a better plan than what you have. You may have this big plan, and it's a great plan. Maybe you're still editing that plan. Maybe you're still revising that plan. But I have a bigger plan. I have a better plan. And to trust and to surrender to that bigger plan that the universe has for us. And to realize that if things don't work out, if things fall away, it's okay. And to allow those walls that are blocking our heart chakras, to fall away, so that if you have to, do work around releasing all the old relationships, those old patterns that are still trying, that have that death grip, that are still trying to hold you back, let it go. Release it. Clear the way. Allow yourself to tap into the magic of tonight's magical blessing of the Pisces blue moon, and realize this is like getting an extra wish. This is like a fairy godmother waving her magic wand, and it's giving you the opportunity to tap into your personal magician energy. That the magician is the magician that has all the tools. When you see the image on the tarot, has the altar and it has all of his tools. He has everything that he needs right there in front of him or her. However, and you just have to use your tools, and you have to believe. You have to know, you have to will, and you have to dare, and then you keep silent. All right? And that keeping silent is that moving in silence. Doing the work without everybody knowing about it. It's like that. I got a plan, and I'm going to execute it, but I'm going to do it in silence. And then when I show up, it's going to be with a bang, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be bright, and it's going to be dramatic, because, also Leo is very dramatic, but it's in that retrograde energy where it's like, I'm doing all this work, but I'm not ready quite yet. But when I finally do show up, I'm going to show up in a big dramatic way. And so that's that moving in silence. It's that knowing that you are a magical being, knowing what you're supposed to be doing right now, knowing your capabilities, knowing your desire, knowing your will, and then having that will, having that drive, having that direction of where you're going to put it. And then the dare to step out of your comfort zone, to try something new, to dare to be the impossible, or dare to make the impossible happen, dare to create that change. Uranus is about change. There's a lot of that going on right now. And also Mars is moving into Libra. Okay, Mars is now entered Libra, and Libra this energy is a desire for an active social life and interest, and amplifies interest in relationships. Whether it's like I said, a romantic relationship or just a close partnership with people. And this may being that Mars is high energy fire sign and is all about drive, all about will, all about, energy, and it moving into Libra, the sign of partnerships and relationships and balance and stuff like that. It probably is going to boost sexual drive. Libidos may go up, So, there may be a spiciness in the bedroom for some people. It can increase that, or at least your opportunities for that. But there's a desire for harmony. There's a desire to collaborate. There's a lot of energy to have conversations and to debate things, to think about things of justice or injustice, like legal matters and things like that. And so, there can be a frustration in the sense of like maybe things can get a little heated, but it's all about finding harmony. It's all about finding balance. So if something seems out of balance or unjust, it can stir up frustration. But if if you find something's unjustified, and it can probably trigger you to get frustrated. But being that the Libra is all about keeping things in balance and keeping the harmony and keeping the peace and not wanting to, cause a lot of disruption, you may find yourself internalizing that frustration. And so things can come off passive aggressive. And this might not be you. This could be, somebody else, maybe someone that you're in a relationship with. There can be a lot of passive aggression in that sense where it's like, I'm frustrated, but I'm not expressing how I actually feel about it, or I'm not sharing my thoughts. I'm not sharing my opinions. Because I don't want to rock the boat, but at the same time, I have a sense of resentment. And so it comes off sort of passive aggressive. So there can be a watch out for that, especially with Mercury in retrograde. That tends to cause miscommunications, that tends to cause, things to not be communicated quite as well. And so really watch how you internalize that frustration or that uncomfortability if something's frustrating you or gets you upset that because of whatever that reason is. Really try to recognize that in yourself or in others and open up as much as you can that line of communication and have, I want to come to a solution. I want to come to a sense of resolve about this. I don't want to hold this in and cause more problems than what it's worth. If you have to sit down, have those conversations. Okay? And so yeah, there can be a lot of this, like I was saying, energy that's just around us right now and in us that is like, I'm mad about this, I'm frustrated about that, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I'm doing. But Pisces is here trying its hardest, to remind us of this beautiful moment. And it can get lost in the pessimistic point of view. Because Pisces, being that it is the last sign, it's a mutable water sign, we tend to be a lot more gentle. We don't like to really rock the boat. We don't really like to make waves. We don't like to, really come in with a big bang and just, it's kind of more like, I'm going to just bring in the peace, and if you like it, you can come and get it type of thing. Like, I'm not going to be all crazy and wild and loud. I'm going to show up gently, and I'm going to show up kindly, and I'm going to show up lovingly and beautifully, and if you want it, you can come and get it. It's very receptive in that energy. And so if you want that energy, you have to approach it. It's not going to approach you. It's going to offer it quietly and beautifully and reserved. And so tap into that. And I think the main message, like I was saying this whole time, is to surrender trust the universe and have faith. Have faith in its ability to make things happen. Let me get a drink here. And tonight, for the full moon circle, we're going to be doing a lot of work around tapping into our magic and surrendering and having faith and stuff like that. That's the whole purpose of tonight. And clearing away any of the stuff that's chaotic around us. And so I'm going to move on now here and get started on doing the 12 zodiac signs and go through how I'm doing 3 different areas for each sign. I got the moon, that's whatever house the moon is in for each sign, the sun and Mercury, and then also Mars. So, and then I'll be pulling an oracle card for each sign as well at the end of the report. So starting with Aries, if you're Aries sun, moon, or rising, then the moon is going to be in your 12th house. So the message is balance, spiritual and practical in your spirituality and the subconscious. So it's really saying this moon is reminding Aries really to believe in the impossible and that you are the magician. And to that Pisces energy is in the 12th house for you. So it's really saying that dream work is going to be really potent for you. And, balancing, having a plan and getting things organized to make room for that, but to believe in that impossibility and to tap into that connection, that higher connection with the universe and with your higher self and with the divine, and realize that it's all mind magic for you. Going in and dealing with like whatever negative mindsets, negative thought patterns that may be blocking you from believing in your own magic and believing and having faith in the impossible happening. And because the moon, this is what it's ruling, and it's in your 12th house. So it's really, really potent for you. And being that the sun and Mercury is in your 6th house, is ease the burdens and have faith around health, routines, and work environment. So, your daily routines, your physical health, whatever burdens that you have that you're stressing out about when it comes to that kind of stuff, ease it, delegate it, take as what you can off of your plate, and communicate with others that you need help in those areas, if you need help in those areas specifically, and to have faith that it's all going to work out, or have faith in those that you're delegating those things to, those tasks, all right? And Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions around partnerships and close relationships. And also, you, especially Aries, may be feeling that increased libido. So don't be surprised if things might get a little spicy in the bedroom for you. But yeah, harmony and collaboration, thoughtful decisions, you are probably going to be called to, do a lot of talking and a lot of, just working things out in your relationships and the people that are closest to you, especially maybe like in that work environment that the sun and Mercury are in right now that are triggering. Communicate these burdens, especially in your work environment, or especially around the home in your daily routine, responsibilities that you have to take care of, and things that have to get done. Communicate these things, work it out, collaborate, come up with some sort of plan so that it feels fair and even for everybody, so that you can find that harmony and it'll open things up. So there's a lot of thought in that area. And let's see what oracle cards come out for Aries. Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Helpful person just came out. Someone wants to help you. Think whom it might be and enact contact. All right. So Aries, what was I just saying about easing burdens and finding that help, collaboration, like I said, either in a relationship at home, the people around you, the routines, or even the people at work. Find help, ask for help, say you need help if you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out. Okay? Don't put everything on your own plate. Okay? Delegate things, collaborate. All right. So that's a beautiful message for Aries. I'm so happy to see that card came out. I kind of feel like that was perfect for you. All right, so Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. The moon says balance, spiritual and practical when it comes to friends, groups, friends and group associations. So let's find supportive, positive, accountable people to surround yourself with, okay? The elevated mindset type of people, the people that want to get things done, the things that want to get motivated and what's the word I'm looking for? Like, sort of like that motivational, spiritual, positive mindset type of people, okay? Sort of like a coach or something like that. They don't have to be coaches, but the people that you surround yourself with, your friends, your groups, the organizations that you're a part of, balancing the real with this dream state or with the spiritual state, knowing that it's more than just one, more than just the other, someone that's going to support your dreams, someone that believes in your dreams, believes in your magic, believes in you can be the best version of yourself, and is also driven to see their dreams come true and driven to help your dreams come true as well. So there's, manifest that, work on that soul tribe energy, or what you're a part of, or who you surround yourself with, and make sure that they're really there to give you the guidance that you need, to give you the support that you need, and believe in you, and believe in your dreams, and believe in your magic, okay? And to believe in your own magic and what you also bring to the table as well. And then ease the burdens and have faith around children, hobbies, and creativity. So maybe you're feeling like there's just a lot going on, and like with things going back to school, the kids are in a lot of different sports, they're doing a lot of different activities, and you're also trying to do a lot, and you're trying to feel like you're going to all these different things and all these different places, and it's like, man, each kid is in a different activity and has to be somewhere at a different time, and I got to make sure each kid has their own supplies. And you are like, I want to be supportive, but man, I don't know how I'm going to get all this done. Like, if that's sort of the energy that I'm getting here, or even like in your own creative endeavors, your own, things that you want to do in your own life when it comes to hobbies, when it comes to creativity and things like that, and how you enjoy spending your time. So, maybe you've just got so much on your plate, and the to-do list or the projects that have gotten started, the DIYs that you've gotten started, just ease that burden by offering, delegating those tasks, breaking things up, asking for help. Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it to this one. Maybe you can drive them to this one, or just try not to overwhelm yourself while everybody having all these different things going on. Ease the burdens. And then also to remember to have the faith that it's all going to work out, and, to not over stress about these things. And the Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions in health routines and work environments. So like I was saying, the health routines, work environments, routines, okay? Tapping into those hobbies and the children and the sports, very similar to what I was saying with Aries, but in a different realm where it's like you just may have to ask for help, find collaboration, think things through. Maybe this is a moment where it's saying, don't sign up for all these things all at once until you know if you're able to do all these things. And don't start anything new right now. Don't add more to your plate than what you've already added to your plate. Okay? Just try and pick, your top 2 or 3 priorities, things that need to get done, and get those done. Find what you're passionate about and just focus on your passions, focus on the priorities, and just don't add any more to your plate and work it out. Ask for help, ask for, things, and come up with something that's going to work for everybody. And just remember to have the faith, to keep it up. So what oracle card is coming out for Taurus this week? Sun, moon, or rising? What messages does Taurus need to hear? What kind of guidance does Taurus need right now? Oh. Rest. That's your answer, Taurus. Rest. You've been working hard. Take a nap. All right? You've been just doing so much. You've just been doing everything, and it's getting overwhelming, and you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to burn yourself, candle both ends, okay? So get some rest. Relax, okay? And it's okay to take a nap. Schedule your nap in. Make it a part of your routine if you have to. There's nothing wrong with taking a nap and having self-care as a part of your daily routine. I have it a part of my daily routine. I make it very important that in order to prevent myself, this is just how I'm reading it, I had to make time to say, you know what, at this time every day, I'm going to just chill out for an hour or even just a half an hour. I'm going to give myself a moment where I don't have any responsibilities, if I can manage it, and take a 30-minute cat nap. All right? Do that. Make a moment in the evening where you turn your evening routine into a part of your daily routine as, taking a bath or taking a shower, taking care of yourself, easing into going to sleep versus staying up all night looking at your phone, or, if you feel like your brain is racing and you're not getting enough rest. Make your bedtime routine, your evening routine a priority, and if you have to, schedule a 30-minute, rest moment in the afternoon after you're done doing all your work. Give yourself that moment to breathe. Give yourself a moment to rest. Relax. It's all going to be okay. All right, Geminis. So Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, the moon is saying balance spiritual and practical with your career and status. So dreams become real if you believe in yourself, plan, and act. This is Geminis. Get a plan. Okay? Sit down and create the plan if you haven't already. But believe in yourself, believe in your magic, believe in your dreams, okay? Your dreams, when it comes to your career, when it comes to who you want to be, how you want to be remembered, what, your legacy, the recognition, your status, all that stuff, you can have all that. Your dreams of where you want to go in your life and how you want to be remembered, it can all come true. You just have to believe in it. This Pisces new moon is saying believe, okay? And to surrender that and to create a plan to make it happen, and, maybe even surrender to the universe's plan, but be practical, be realistic, but set those sights high for yourself. Set your standards high. Set your goals high. Believe in the impossible, okay? Remember, it's a blue moon, and it's saying believe in the impossible. And, Geminis, they have a lot of thought processing. They have a lot of things going on up in their head because they're an air sign, and they like to, think about things. They like to communicate things, but they tend to lack in the execution of those dreams or of those thoughts. They come up with a plan in their head, but write it down, script if you can, and just believe in the magic, okay? Tapping into that higher universal plan as you do it. And you can turn it all into reality, okay? Make it real, okay? And then the sun and Mercury is saying ease the burdens and have faith when it comes to home and family. So communicate your needs for help at the home, okay? If you're feeling overwhelmed in the house when it comes to, getting things organized or, structuring your family or having goals for your family, just ask for help. Be like, I have so much stuff that I'm trying to do. I really need you to take some of this off my plate. I can't handle it all. All right. So take it off your plate and have faith. Have trust that, asking for help isn't going to rock the boat. It isn't going to make everything fall apart. Sometimes we tend to not always have faith in, trusting that others will help us. And I think that's what causes the fear of asking for help, is that we just think that nobody's going to help me. So have faith that they will help you. Have faith that they'll be able to get it done. Have faith that, you can have a happy home and that it can be organized and that it can be functioning. It can be harmonious, all right? Because that's another thing, is that Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions when it comes to children, hobbies, and creativity. All right. So you have the home, you have hobbies, you have children, very similar to what I was saying to Taurus, the energy is very much the same. And so communicate. Use that communication power that you Geminis have. Come up with the idea. Come up with the plan. Do some research if you have to do some research, and bring up hey, I just learned about this. There's this new way of doing things. I think it would be really helpful. I want to try something new. Collaborate. Sit down with your partner if you have one, and work things out, and be like, hey, if you have a lot of kids and you have a partner and it's chaotic, think about making it so that everybody has equal help in the house at, whatever's age appropriate. So today it's your turn to do the dishes, and it's your turn to take out the trash, and it's your turn to sweep and mop. It's your turn to, take out or to clean the litter box. And today I'm going to make dinner, and today I'm going to vacuum. Make sure that everybody has a job, and make sure that when it comes to those hobbies and getting people to places and the sports that they're doing, whatever activities that they are, that you also have help in those areas too. So you're not overstressing it, and you're not over worried about it, and you're not overthinking everything and putting all of the burdens on your plate. Ease the burdens and have faith in people, and have faith that it's all going to work out. All right, Geminis, let's see what card comes out for you this week, or for this moon. What messages do we have for Gemini? What do they need to know? Oh, protection. All right. So your loved ones, and your possessions are safe and protected in heaven. They are safe. They are protected. Okay, there can be a lot of worry right now when it comes to protection, just because of, wanting things to be safe, wanting things to be secure, especially when it comes to the home and our possessions and our family. We want everything to be safe, and we want everything to be secure. And I can kind of feel like that root chakra energy is a little bit out of balance. And so work on your root chakra and feeling safe and secure, and call upon that divine, helper spirits, angels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, the higher spirit of the divine. Just surround yourself and your loved ones and your family with that white light, healing, protective energy, and have faith that nothing's going to fall apart. It's kind of like just believing in the possibility, believing in your own abilities, and believing that you are protected. And whatever shit is going to be thrown at you, if anybody's sending you negativity, just return to sender. Banish the bullshit. Get it out of here. I ain't got time for that, okay? I don't have time for your shit. If you're sending it my way, bye, you're gone. But call upon your angels. Know that they're with you. All right? Know that your home is safe. Know that your job security is safe. Know that everything is safe. There's no reason to worry about are you going to lose everything. All right? Keep the faith. All right, Cancers. We're going to move on to Cancer. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The Moon is saying balance spiritual and practical when it comes to higher education and travel. All right? You can have more. You can know more. All right? When it comes to higher education, like going to college or, university, or just, going to a trade school and learning a new skill, and, maybe even traveling the world because of that, we have a lot. Maybe you've been feeling like there's a lot of dreams that you have when it comes to that. You're feeling like, I know I could be doing more. So know you can do more if you're feeling that. If you're feeling the call to go higher and to, learn more and to get that solid education and to, go out and see the world around you. Maybe you've been like, man, I really just want to go and see the world. I want to travel. I want to see different cultures and see different spaces and see different faces and different places, and so set those dreams. Believe in those dreams. Believe in the possibility. Nothing is impossible. Believe in the impossible. But then look at your reality and see how you can set real goals to achieve what it is that you desire. What is the first step to achieving those goals? And if that first step is signing up for college or signing up to get your GED so that you can go to that next step, if you still haven't even made it to that GED level, then that's your first step. Finding out where those classes are and getting that. And then when you accomplish that, make it so that you have higher goals. Don't sell yourself short, Cancers. A lot of Cancers you're a water sign too, and you tend to have big dreams, but then you doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your magic. Don't doubt your ability. Don't doubt anything about yourself. You have the power to make it all happen. All right? But make it happen in the real world. Don't just dream about it, do it, okay? And then and remember, anything that you start under this will manifest. It might not manifest right away, but it's blessed by that magic sauce of this blue moon. All right? And the Sun and Mercury is saying ease burdens and have faith around communication and learning style. So you may be feeling mental overwhelm. So surrender and say your feelings, okay? Communicate how you truly feel, all right? I kind of feel like, Cancers, they tend to bottle up their emotions. They tend to be very protective of their feelings and of their space and of, they don't want to share their true feelings or their true thoughts. But this is a moment where if you've been bottling all these feelings about things, especially when it comes to, in like just everything at work or the people around you or your relationship, you've been just like, that bothers me, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to rock the boat, or I don't want to mess anything up. I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Say it. Now is the time to get things off of your chest if it's really been bothering you, okay? Really just let it out. But, don't let your ego get in the way and, mess things up. Don't be too passive aggressive, because I know, cancers do tend to sometimes come off as passive aggressive. Don't do that, all right? Especially with Mars being in Libra, there is a lot of passive aggressive communication going around. So really watch how you communicate. Make sure that you're sharing your truth, but in a way that's not like hurtful. Be careful not to, stir the pot in a way that's not helpful, okay? Because this is about finding harmony. This is about collaboration. This is about easing the burden. And if you feel overburdened, you have to say it. You have to say it, okay? And to have faith that it's going to work out. Have faith that that other person is going to listen to you. Have faith in, that you will be heard, and that it's not going to fall apart if you do speak your mind and you do share your emotions. And the Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decision making when it comes to your home and your family. So, maybe a lot of these thoughts and these feelings that you've been keeping inside and not wanting to share is centralized around your home and your family. What's bothering you? What have you got all the weight of everything on your shoulders, or you feel like you got the weight of everything on your shoulders, but you're not sharing it. And so don't do that to yourself. Don't overburden yourself by feeling like, it's not, things aren't going to work out, or, we might lose the home, or, I'm the one paying all the bills, or however it comes out, because everybody's situation is different and everybody's home life is different. But I really feel like Cancers overburden themselves with all of these responsibilities, and then they're bottling up their resentment about carrying all the responsibilities. It's like nobody told you that you had to do it. You did it to yourself. But at the same time, now that it's overwhelming you, you have to share, I can't do it all. I need your help. I need help. All right? And then have faith that who you're asking for help is going to go, I completely understand. I get it. I will be there for you. And that it's not all going to fall apart, that you're not going to lose anything. You're not going to lose your security. You're not going to lose your home. You're not going to lose your family. Nobody's going to leave you. It's not like that, okay? You just have to communicate. You just have to share. All right? And if it's really bothering you when it comes to security, then really think about those dreams of higher education. That higher education might be the key to solving a lot of those stresses, if that's what if the stress is about security and is about knowing that you're going to be, can you manage to take care of it all? Maybe if you took those steps to a higher education and really put in the effort. If this is resonating with you, I just feel in this message coming out. If you're feeling called to be able to provide a better life for your family and you're feeling the overburden, then maybe that dream of a higher education is the key that you need in order to, be able to provide that. And let's see what cards are coming out for Cancer. All right? Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What messages do we have for Cancer under this beautiful blue moon? What does Cancer need to hear? Break free. All right, so try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Interesting. So, break free. That higher education and that more knowledge, that trying something new, like Uranus maybe tickling you when it comes to that changing and that innovation and, trying something new is really coming in. But when it comes to growing and learning, when it comes, maybe, your learning style, because that's a part of your learning style is in that house, the third house. So trying a new learning style or a new way of doing it, maybe you haven't tried, online learning and you've always done traditional learning, or maybe you've always done online learning and you need traditional learning. Maybe you need a mentor, or maybe you should just try a whole new avenue that you haven't done before. Maybe you've always just tried to go and do this one type of higher, this one goal that you had, but really maybe you're meant to try something else and break out of repeating that same pattern. You've always done the same kind of job, or you've always done the same kind of work. And so, but you've hit a wall and you've hit a block, and it's saying break free from that. Break free from the same thing over and over and over again. If you've been doing it over and over and over again and you haven't gotten anywhere, then that's the definition of insanity. Trying the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Break free from those old habits. Break free from that old way of thinking, that old lifestyle, that old career path that you've been on this whole time, and try something new. Learn about something new. Learn a new trade. Learn a new technique. Learn a new path, a journey. And don't be afraid to go on an adventure if you have to do it. Maybe you have to travel to get whatever it is that you're seeking. Okay? All right. And then we're going to move on to Leo. So hello, Leo. Leo, sun, moon, or rising. The moon is in saying balance spiritual and practical with joint resources and other people's money. Okay. Joint resources and other people's money. This can be your partner's earning potential. This can be loans. This is debt. These are investments. These, those bigger realms of money that aren't just, your normal everyday spending habits. This is the bigger picture of money. This is your retirement plan. Like I was saying, these are the loans. These are the debts. This is the house. This is the car. This is the the investments that come back, that, fund bigger money. All right. And this is saying balance the practical steps to get you there with the believing in the dream and believing in the impossible. Okay. It can be stressful. It can be hard. It can be like, man, this is going to take forever. This isn't, it can happen. It can work. If you are shooting for a big money goal, whether it comes to getting out of debt, or it comes to getting a big loan, or starting a business, or creating that retirement plan, or those big investments, and you have to believe. You have to put that magical energy into the realistic goals that you set for yourself, and trust the universe is going to take care of it. Trust in the magic of tonight's moon to help you manifest those big goals. All right? And just be really practical about the steps that you're taking, but don't be practical about the dreams that you have. Okay? And then Sun and Mercury is saying ease your burdens and have faith around personal finances, spending, and possessions. So, honestly, like, you have these big goals around the bigger picture of money, about that retirement plan, about that, getting that big loan for that big house. These dreams seem so big, but it's saying ease your burdens when it comes to your smaller spending, to your personal finances. Get that budget in order, all right? And take some of it off of you, okay? You have to, I'm getting this message right now, you have to clear away the old debt. You have to ease the burdens of the old stuff that before you can see the results, okay? Ask for help, all right? Maybe ask for help from someone to give you a little bit that you can, or find a way to consolidate these things. Find a way to consolidate your spending, okay? Get away from all the little spending. Maybe that's the half of the burden is just you're spending too much on the little things, too much money just here and there, and that's what's really causing you to not be able to save. And so really just have faith that it's all going to work out. Ask for help, especially like Venus is kind of like, I kind of feel like Venus right now is saying that, if you have a partner that you're in a relationship with, and you're concerned about, asking them for help more financially, it's okay. Have faith that that they're not going to say no to you, or have faith that it's all going to work out, but you kind of really just have to ease that burden, and you have to get realistic about those goals, but you also can't stop believing in the magic. All those little tiny steps that you take every day when it comes to your spending and it comes to your saving is going to make a big difference when it comes to your bigger money goals, all right? And then Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions in communication and learning. So be very careful how you're communicating with Mars in Libra, okay? You're going to want to work things out. You got to talk things out. You're going to have to find harmony. You're going to have to find balance. And don't be surprised if you have a lot of thoughtful discussions along the way. And just be very clear about what it is that you want and what it is that you're trying to do and where maybe those issues are lying. And don't, hold grudges. Don't hold resentment. Just be very clear. Be very balanced. Come in with we're just going to have a good discussion today. And we're going to lay it all out. We're going to look at this budget. We're going to make this plan. And we're going to talk about it. And that's okay. We're going to talk about it. And we're going to figure it out. And everything's going to be fair. And everything's going to come into balance. All right? Make it come into balance. And then execute according to the steps that you need to take to that big plan, and then don't stop believing in the dreams. Believe in the impossible. If you struggle with believing in your own capabilities to do this, have faith in yourself. All right, have faith that it's all going to work out. And then let's get you an oracle card, Leo. So Leo, sun, moon, or rising, what messages are coming through under this full moon, this Pisces blue moon? What does Leo need to hear? Ooh. You have two cards. You have, first one on top was music for manifestation or manifesting. To manifest rapidly, think of your desire while you chant, sing, or play music. That's really interesting because Leos tend to be like big musicians. They're really creative, and they do tend to be like the front leader of their music. They got the big hair, they're all dramatic, they're the lead singer, and they show up, okay? You're showing up. And so use your musical talent abilities, and even if you think you don't have musical talent abilities, you listen to the music and use music to help you manifest. All right, it's all about vibration. It's all about creativity. And maybe music is a key note into how you make money, and helping you reach those goals. But I really feel like, music is really going to be helpful to you. And then also, morning manifestations came out for you as well. So stay positive. Affirmations each morning to open up the gates of manifestation. All right, so music, affirmations, and manifestation. Tap into that. All right, in the morning, in the evening, throughout the day, listen to some high vibe music that's getting you into that higher vibration of money, of manifestation. There's a lot of really great music out there that is all about money, like just get yourself pumped up and think that you're a boss, all right, and helps you get into that positive mindset that you need to make the money, to make the big moves that you want to make. All right, pump yourself up, get that positive mindset around money working, and music and affirmations is going to be key to your manifesting potential, all right, and opportunities. Come on. All right, so Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Moon is saying balance spiritual and practical in your partnerships and close relationships. Virgos, believe in your ability to, like, I kind of feel like, Pisces, one of the tarot cards that's associated with Pisces is the Two of Cups, because it's the two fishes, all right? Two fishes, but then it's the two cups pouring into each other, and Two of Cups also symbolizes soulmate connections, okay? And it's just the fact that the moon is in your 7th house. This is saying pour into your own cup, but then also finding others that will pour into your cup too, and then you can pour into theirs. It's the infinite back and forth of pouring into your cup and pouring into their cup. You're pouring into each other's cups, so you're soulmates, all right? And if you are not in a relationship right now, and you desire to be in a relationship, you desire your soulmate and you haven't found them yet, this is a wonderful time to sort of set that intention and believe in your dreams of creating that, of attracting that, of bringing that soulmate energy in, even if you are in a relationship and you maybe don't feel like you're surrounded by friends and you need a best friend. There's a lot of ways that we can look at soulmates. It's not always just romantic. And I have to say that because a lot of people always just think of romance. And I mean, it can be. It very much will be. And even if you are in a relationship, this is a moment for you to pour into each other's cups and to balance, creating those dreams together in a real way, all right? Creating, using your superpower of what is bringing into the practical energies, because this, the sun is in your sign, and, but it's shining on you. This, like, don't be so realistic that you can't believe in the impossible, that you can't believe in yourself, that you can't believe that this can come true, that your dreams can come true, all right? Develop that higher connection with the universe, okay? And tap into that and believe that that you can have those deep, meaningful relationships, okay? And make room for them in your life, all right? If you have to, make room for them so that they can come in. So the love energy is really strong for you right now. And being that the sun and Mercury is in your 1st house and Mercury is retrograde and all that, ease your burdens and have faith around your ego, self-identity. All right? So you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to kind of give into that lower vibration of Virgo where it's like, the classic perfectionist, the classic, micromanaging other people, being too highly critical of other people and critical of yourself. Don't give in to that lower vibration of Virgo in your own energy. Go higher than that. Use those energies as a skill that we know that you have. Tap into the making the plan, tap into the organizing, tap into the ability to, be hard work and be a multitasker and get all the things done, but you don't have to do it all. Mercury's really telling us right now you don't have to do it all, okay? Share the burden, and don't because the ego right now is kind of triggering you to be like, no, I have to get all this done. The ego, me, doing all the things, okay? And it's like, no, you don't have to do all the things. You don't have to portray yourself as the lower vibration of Virgo. You can portray yourself as the higher version of Virgo. And have faith, tap into that spirituality, tap into that Pisces energy to help manifest your dreams into reality, whether it be in that soulmate relationship or just who you want to be, who you really truly are, showing up as who you truly are in a way that's of service, that's helpful, but not in a like overwhelming sense, just really take care of yourself right now. The physical self, the mental self, just easing yourself out of feeling like it's all got to be done all the time and I'm the only one that can do it and I'm the only one that can do it right. How dare I'm not going to ask you to fold my towels because I'm the only one that knows how to fold my towels the right way. You can't fold towels the way I want you to fold towels. And it's just driving me nuts. That's why I'm the only one that ever folds towels. But then I don't have time to fold towels because I'm overwhelmed with all my other tasks that I have to do because I don't trust anybody else to help me with, doing all the things. I can't ask anybody to help me do the dishes because nobody does the dishes the way that I want them to do the dishes. That's low vibration Virgo. Don't do that. Okay? Ease the burden. Okay? Have faith in other people that they can manage to do the dishes, that they can manage to fold the towels, that they can manage to complete tasks for you and with you, and it not, it is still going to get done. It's still going to get done very well, so don't micromanage other people. Don't micromanage yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself and give yourself a bunch of anxiety over, your ability to trust if other people are going to get things done around you. All right, that hyper perfectionism that, a lot of people associate with Virgo, that's all lower vibrational stuff. All right, so clear that out, ease the burden. And then Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions around personal finances, spending, and possessions. So, especially in relationships and partnerships, like as a relationship, if you're in a relationship, and you're working on those things, right now is a good time to sit down and work through these things, to talk about these things, to talk about the budget, to talk about the spending, to talk about the saving, and, those types of things. And how it's going to happen, okay? So how are we going to make things happen the way that they're supposed to happen? Maybe a lot of the stress is, about all of those responsibilities, ease those responsibilities when it comes in the financial sector too, if you're feeling them there, by talking about them and by finding a balance, by finding harmony. And even if you're not in a relationship, find a balance and find a harmony in yourself. If you're single, Virgo, you may still have to, find that balance and find that harmony in your own way of spending and your own way of saving and how you manage through that. But you may need to find a mentor or somebody that's a professional to help you do that, and then having those thoughtful discussions. All right. So let's see what card is coming out for Virgo. What messages are coming through for Virgo? Oh. I'm going to reshuffle because I had like 8 cards fall out. That was a misshuffle. All right. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, what messages are coming through? What energies are they getting? What messages do they need to hear? Ooh, that one jumped. A new dawn. Okay. The worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. This is a new beginning for you. All right. It's just coming into the beginning of your season, Virgo. And this is a moment for you to shine. This is a moment for you to show up and to, just have that fresh new beginning. Okay? If you've been feeling a lot of, you get rid of all that lower vibration, get rid of all that stress about money, get rid of all that stress about relationships and partnerships and being able to rely on others and be all that stuff. Just flush out the ego. Flush out that ego and believe, have faith, surrender, believe in the new dawn that's coming your way, and rebirth yourself. Maybe this is a moment of rebirth, because that's another sort of hidden aspect to Pisces, is that Pisces is death and rebirth, because Pisces is the last sign right before Aries. So there's a death energy, but then there's also a rebirthing energy to Pisces as well. It's a new way of doing things, a new connection to your higher self, new connection to spirit, a new connection with who you are, being that new person, showing up as a newer, better version of yourself. And even look at this picture here. It has a very Virgo-esque image as how you would normally see Virgo, and how Virgo is the virgin. And so this image right here is practically showing you in the mirror as who you could be. You could be reborn as a newer, higher version of yourself. And to believe in that, to believe that, now is a time for you to show up and shine and be reborn as a new version of yourself. And that higher elevation, to get away from that old, stagnant, lower vibration of Virgo. Okay, so Libra, this sun, moon, or rising, the moon is it's in your 6th house, and it's saying balance spiritual and practical with health, routine, and work environment. Okay, so that health, that routine, your work environment, balance it. Balance the plan. Okay, Libras, you're all about finding balance. That's kind of one of your strengths. That's what you're known for. You're known about balancing the scales and finding harmony and all that stuff. So you need to balance that connection with having a realistic, practical step of execution and believing in the magic, believing in the impossible, developing that connection with the higher realm, okay, and your higher self and all that, so you have to balance the body and the mind and the spirit. It's very important right now for you to really work in harmony with balancing those 3 parts of yourself: your body, your mind, and your spirit in your daily routine. Creating space in your day for all those areas of your life: your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit, and being able to get everything done and have room and time for all of the things. And I really believe that right now is a good time for you to really just sit down and create a plan, a practical schedule, a practical organization, whatever you have to do. Clean out the clutter, and just have a new plan that's really going to balance. Finding that work-life spiritual balance is going to be really important for you, and setting those intentions and being idealistic. Pisces is all about being idealistic. They're the dreamers, okay? That's why I keep saying believing in the dream. It's okay right now underneath this Pisces blue moon to be idealistic and to believe in the impossible, and to just sort of tap into that imagination of what you would think an everyday life should be like, and to script that and to plan that and to turn it into a reality by setting a practical plan for it. All right? And then the sun and Mercury is saying ease your burdens and have faith around your spirituality and subconscious. Surrender to God. Okay, so like the spiritual side of being in the practicality, balancing that. But the Sun and Mercury is saying really, really focus on that part as well, making room for spiritual daily practice. All right, and having a connection with your higher self, and having connection with the divine, and connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with your angels, and working on the subconscious mind, working on how you clear out that mental clutter, because being that Libras are air signs, it's a lot of mind work. And so that subconscious mind work, that subconscious reprogramming, or just opening up the third eye in the crown chakra and connecting with higher spirit and bringing in new downloads, bringing in new information, a new higher plan for yourself, because maybe you're struggling with creating a practical plan. And so just connect higher to receive that plan, and to clear out all those doubts, to clear out all that, fear and anxiety that may be stopping you from achieving that idealistic goal, those negative thought patterns that may be stopping you from achieving that idealistic daily routine, that idealistic body, that idealistic work environment. Get yourself in the right mindset by connecting with source and reprogramming the mind so that you can actually achieve that. And then the have faith. Have faith in God. However you see God, it doesn't matter. Have faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in God. Have faith in the universe. I kind of feel like having faith is the really big, important part of tonight's message. And then Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions is going to be in your ego, self-identity, and personal identity. So that Libra energy that Mars is in right now is hitting you in your first house. And so you're going to feel that Mars energy the most out of everybody. And so, you're going to be getting all of the effects of that. And that comes with, having those thoughtful communications with people, just truly being yourself, but getting out of that ego, if you feel like there was an injustice, that's not harmonious, that's not balanced, that's not going the way that I think it should go, stepping away from the ego on that a little bit, so that you're not sort of coming off too strong in those areas, but the spicy sex life, great talking times, but just really like being in yourself, and then allowing that to be a good motivator. Don't get too lazy. Don't shut yourself out. Go out and have fun. Go out and socialize. Go out and be yourself, okay? Because Mars wants to go out and do things, okay? So go out and do things, okay? Do things in a way that is productive, that feel good, that bring balance to your life, all right? So allow it to drive you, to push you. Light that fire under your ass to actually go out and turn all the dream work into reality. Maybe that's really what you need, is to just go out and do it. All right. I really feel like Mars is telling Libras to go out and do it, to go out and be amazing. And also, if you are feeling called to like be an activist or fight for something that you feel is an injustice or an imbalance in the system, you may get a lot of frustration around that. So, you can go fight for it, but watch how you approach things. Approach things in a fair, balanced way. Don't allow Aries to, fire things up too much and get too aggressive. I know you don't like to get aggressive, but it may make you want to be aggressive, but it also would be a good time to actually stand up for what you do believe is right. Just make sure you're doing it in a way that's, good. All right, let's see what oracle cards are coming through for Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What messages are coming through this week or for this full moon? Ooh. Treasure chest. This is good. An unforeseen windfall of new abundance comes to you now. All right. So that's a great news. It sounds like, money's coming in. You don't really know from where or how, but it's coming in. Somehow you will be blessed with a nice little chunk or a big chunk gift of money. And it's just, you have to open up yourself to receive it, believe and have faith. But an unforeseen windfall, that's great. Maybe a lottery ticket, maybe, what do you call it when an inheritance, there's so many ways that money can come to you. Open yourself up to receive, and it'll be there for you. All right? That's awesome. Especially right now. Now would be a great time to get some unforeseen windfall of money. And just say, I accept. I accept this gift from the universe. Okay, so Scorpios. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The moon says balance, spiritual and practical, around children, hobbies, and creativity. Believing that it's going to happen and surrendering, as well as being practical. So, if you've been doubting yourself around what you can create, if you've been doubting yourself when it comes to your abilities to manifest and dream for those types of things, this can be children, but I don't think that that's the true energy. But if you've been sort of dreaming of having children or dreaming of being, a part of having children around you, or being more involved with the children in your life or around you, or even just when it comes to your inner child work, there's a lot of layers that can go into that. But this is more about having fun. This is more about what's creative. What is your hobbies? What kind of sports are you a part of? And so, if you've been too serious about making room for that energy in your life, and you have a lot of dreams or a lot of goals, and you're like, just tap into the believing of it, that it can happen. Okay? Believe that it can happen. Believe that it's all coming to you now. All right? And then be practical, as in a sense of what are your steps that you're going to take? How are you going to organize things to happen? I know water signs are very creative. We have a lot of, creative projects that we like to work on, painting, writing, crocheting. There's a lot of creative energy in water signs, because water signs just tend to tap into that, artsy energy very easily. And I kind of feel like if you have dreams around art in any type of way, that you can achieve those, especially like, just any kind of arts and crafts, anything that's in the arts and crafts realm, or some sort of hobby that you really enjoy. Your dreams around that can become real, as long as you set a practical goal in the real world. Okay? Because, the Saturn and the Virgo is really saying, be realistic about things. So be realistic about things, but don't lose sight of the dream. Okay? And then Sun and Mercury is saying, ease burdens and have faith around friends and group associations. What have you committed yourself to when it comes to, like, have you been invited to a lot of different events or a lot of different outgoings? Like, hey, everybody wants to invite you to go to the show. Everybody wants to invite you to the birthday party. Everybody wants to invite you to the club. Everybody wants you to show up. Everybody's just, you're feeling like there's a lot of invitations, and you kind of feel like you have to show up to all of them. Because, oh man, I can't say no to that. That's my niece and nephew's birthday party. And I can't say no to that because that's my cousin's wedding. And I can't say no to that because it's my, my best friend's graduation. And I can't, well, it's not graduation time, but you know what I mean. All right. You feel like you've been invited to all these things, or may feel like that. And you feel like you have to show up to all of them. But if you don't. And if you can't, that's okay. Just feel like, I'm sorry, I have all these other things that I have to go to, or I have to go to work. I really can't call off of work right now, especially with a lot of the work that you've been working on when it comes to your career and stuff like that. Maybe you just are like, I have more important things to worry about than all these other invites. And I can't carry all these responsibilities of, showing up to all these things all the time. But then to also have faith that it's going to be fine, and, people will understand. They're not going to be upset with you. Maybe they'll be disappointed that you wasn't able to make it, but they're not going to hold it over your head and make you feel guilty because you wasn't there. Have faith that it's all going to work out. Or even in the sense that, like, maybe you have dedicated yourself to helping out with a lot of these different things. Like, oh, sure, I'll make the flower art. Sure, I'll bake the cake. Sure, I'll do this, or sure, I'll do that. You kind of spread yourself out to all these different activities and all these different events and all these different places. And you got maybe a lot of projects, and you're like, man, this is going to cost me way more money than I expected, or a lot more time than I expected, or I just can't do all the things. Just ease the burdens, delegate, and be like, no, I can't show up for everything. I can't show up for everybody. And just have faith that it's all going to work out, and don't let the guilt get to you or stop you from saying I can't do everything. And then Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions in spirituality and subconscious. This is your own, finding harmony in your own thoughts, finding harmony in your own way of feeling. Okay, being that it's in your 12th sign and it's the Pisces energy, it's very watery, it's very spiritual, it's very subconscious, but this is all about finding harmony and thoughtful decisions. Maybe you have to come into balance with yourself. And maybe even having a really, really deep spiritual conversation with somebody, and kind of getting all of it off of your chest. Or maybe you may need to go to a therapist to talk about some of these things so that you can find balance and you can find harmony. But I really feel like a lot of it is you just have to work through a lot of shadow work in your mind and in your spirit. There's a lot of shadow work that's being triggered right now in that emotional realm and in that mental realm that you may need to find some extra support for. But if you can't find that extra support, just know that you may have an overactive feeling towards that. All right. So watch out for that, and do what you can to find harmony, to find a balance, and to find a way to clear out anything that is blocking you in that emotional and spiritual realm. All right, in that subconscious realm. All right. And then let's see what card is coming out for Scorpio. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, what messages coming through under this full moon? What does Scorpio need to hear? Make a decision. Oh, well, and Mars in your 12th house, thoughtful decisions. You have to make a decision, okay? Feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. Okay? You have to come up to the right choice. And you know what? Right now, you're not going to probably be able to come up with the right choice today or the right choice tomorrow. I mean, like, but it's asking you to make a choice. And it can be a little difficult right now because Mars is having a hard time making a choice because Mars is all about, let me think about that right now. In Virgo, that's how Mars is feeling. Let me think about that. I don't know if I can, when it comes to like all these things that you've been invited to or expected to show up for other people, just really sit down and think about it. How are you going to say no, or how are you going to say yes, or what are you going to do? You really have to think about it. And if anything, I'll just pull one more card for you, Scorpio, just see if we can clarify to guide your intuition a little bit more into helping you make the right decision. So what other messages should I get for Scorpio to help guide them into making the right decision, Spirit? Let's help them. What do they need to know? Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Stay optimistic so your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. Okay, so this is the card that came out for Scorpio. Staying optimistic, making a decision. Okay, so don't make a decision right away is pretty much what it's saying. Don't make the decision right away, but really think about it and try and just stay optimistic. Maybe it's all going to happen the way it's supposed to happen. Maybe you just have to let certain things unfold first in order to help you decide what the best way of action would be. Let a little bit more things unfold. Then you'll be able to get a bigger picture before you move forward with making that decision. All right? Hopefully that helps. Okay, Sagittarius. The moon says balance, spiritual and practical around home and family. All right. Trusting that you will find I'm really getting home security, family security, that root chakra energy of trusting that everything's going to be safe, everything's going to be taken care of, that everything's going to be protected, and that the foundation is solid. Have a practical plan in place, but that also dream bigger, believe in the impossible, okay? Believe that it's all going to happen for you, all right? That everything is protected, that everything is safe, that everything is secure, that everything is abundant, that you can have a happy home life, all right? But it is going to take work to get you there. But you can't lose perspective. You can't lose the believing. You can't lose the magic. You can't, the vision for what is that you want. Okay? So if you really want a solid foundation, you have to build that solid foundation. But you also have to believe that the universe is going to provide you with all the tools that you need to build that solid foundation. Okay? That if you truly want this happy home, safe, secure, you have to put in the work to create it. But you also have to believe that the universe is going to give you everything that you need and is going to lay the path out to allow it to be made and to allow it to be built. And Sun and Mercury is saying, ease your burdens and have faith around career and status. All right? If you've got a lot on your plate when it comes to, your job, your career, and you have a lot of responsibilities, when it comes to performing or to achieve recognition, to get a promotion, or if you have gotten a promotion and they've just dumped a lot of responsibility on your plate and you kind of just like, oh, or maybe, you're just one of those people that has just taken on a lot of extra roles at work and it's not really a part of your job description, but you're still doing it anyway. Ease the burden. All right. Go up to your boss and just be like, you know what? I have too much responsibility. Or go to another coworker and ask for help. Spread the workload. All right. If you have too much going on. And to have faith that it's all going to work out. Have faith that it's not going to, the door's not going to get shut in your face, or you're going to get fired, or you're going to get demoted. It's kind of like trusting that even that you need to communicate about these things, but you have to delegate. You have to take some things off of your plate, and and you're not going to lose anything because of that. All right, you just have to make sure you approach it correctly in order to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. And then Mars is saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions in your friends, groups, and organizations. All right, so this can also be tied to that career and status. Is saying talk about it, collaborate, delegate, find harmony. The people that you surround yourself with, okay? The people that you're working with, that you're if you've delegated yourself to a lot of different, not just your workload, but also you work for a nonprofit, or you've been volunteering over here, but you've also got a lot of events that you're going to, or a lot of people, just you're going to have to find a way to communicate that you need help or that you don't have time. You just have to work things out. You have to find that balance. You have to find that harmony. And just really, and it's also saying here, I just got in, that you may be called to speak about something. You may be called to share your opinion about something when it comes to, standing up for what you believe is right. Helping to solve a problem in the bigger community. All right? Like, there could be more going on that's bigger than you, and you might actually have the solution, or through your voice, through your leadership abilities, that you help come up with the solution that is needed. And it may be a little bit of a debate, but you will help find the solution for something bigger than you, but you have to help work it out. Okay, if that makes any sense. For some reason, you're being called to help with solving some sort of problem. I just got that message coming through. All right, let's see what oracle cards or what messages are coming through for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What messages do we have under this Pisces blue moon? What do they need to know and help them? Oh, music for manifesting. You got the same card as Leo. So that's two fire signs that got the same music card. All right, so tap into your music. All right, and with the friends, groups, and organizations, maybe there's something going on with being in a band. Also, that maybe in order to promote, you need to collab. If you're in music, or you want to be a part of a band, or you are a part of a band, that may be where the collaboration effort is coming in too, because the groups, the organizations, and the friends is all in here. But you can use your music to help you manifest. All right, so just listen to something more higher vibrational, or play or sing something more high vibrational that's more focused towards what it is that you're trying to manifest. Okay? All right. So, Capricorns, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The Moon is saying balance, spiritual and practical around communication and learning style. All right. So, how are you communicating with others? I know Mercury is retrograde right now, and that sort of, makes things miscommunication. But you have to, maybe how you speak. This is kind of saying, how are you using your voice? You're very practical because you're an earth sign, and you may sometimes come off a little bit too harsh, and a little bit critical, a little bit, stern, a little bit strict. I feel like the universe is saying soften your voice, and to use your voice in a way that is going to raise the higher elevation, and to speak what it is that you desire into existence. Because Pisces is all about believing in the impossible. It's all about dreams. It's all about being the magician and stuff like that. So very similar to the music card, use your voice to set that vibration. Okay? Balance the realistic versus the spiritual, in the sense of, I want to be clear, this is exactly what I want, blah, 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 but raise the vibration of that desire. Raise that vibration of the manifestation through the voice. Realize that your voice, every time you speak, you are casting a spell. So make sure that what you are saying is what the spell is that you want to cast. Be very clear and be very intentional with the words that you choose to say, with the words that you choose to speak, with the songs that you choose to sing, with how are you communicating, not just with the universe, but with yourself and with others. And, maybe even learning more about certain spiritualities or certain spiritual aspects. That's what I meant. Certain spiritual aspects when it comes to vibration, and when it comes to using your voice, and it comes to all that stuff. I feel like you're really being called to that. And, and to be a little bit more of an inspiration and not so much of a dictator, if that resonates. And then Sun and Mercury is saying ease your burdens and have faith when it comes to higher education and travel. So have you taken on too many classes? Have you taken on too many expectations when it comes to, like destinations, or where it is that you're expected to show up? All right. And, just getting all these things, too much classes, too much homework, too much, just going around and going to different places. There's just too much of that going on. And if it is, then you need to delegate, you need to collaborate, you need to ease the burden. Ease that burden. Don't bite off more than you can chew right now. Okay? And if you've taken on all this extra, study, all this extra learning, all these extra reports, all these extra exams, all these extra, whatevers, because you feel like that's what you need to do in order to succeed, in order to achieve, have faith that you don't need all this on your plate in order to succeed, in order to achieve, that you can still be successful without an overwhelming plate. You're going to stretch yourself too thin. You're not going to be able to absorb the information the way that would be most effective if you're doing too much learning at once. Consolidate your learning. You don't need to take all 8 classes. Take 3 classes and just really, really focus on, what it is that you really want to study. That way you can actually absorb the information. So you're not overwhelming your brain from trying to do all these different things at once. Have faith that it's more effective that way, and that it's all going to work out, and you're still going to succeed, and you're still going to achieve without overwhelming yourself, and you're not going to burn yourself out. And Mars is saying harmony, collaborations, and thoughtful decisions in career and status. All right, so along with your higher education, it's all focused towards your career. It's all focused towards who you want to become. And that's probably why you took on so much work to begin with. But that collaboration, that finding a work-life balance, that being able to just, give yourself time to focus on just one or two things at a time, and not overwhelming yourself, and communicating that with others and sharing the workload. Like, are you someone who, is working in a group report and you're doing all the work? So delegate. Be like, hey man, you're going to write this and I'm going to write this, or you're going to study this and I'm going to study this, and then we're going to work the report out together. I'm not really sure exactly how all that works, but work it out, share it, communicate it. Don't take it all on, and don't expect yourself to be the only one that's doing it, all right? Find harmony, find a balance, especially in your career, okay? Because if you take on too much stuff too soon, then they're always going to expect that of you. You're always going to be seen as the one that took on, that can get it all done. And then eventually you're not going to have the energy or the motivation to do it. And you're not, it's like, why did you do that to yourself in the first place? So just do what you're responsible for, okay? And share the workload with others. Find a balance. And then let's see what oracle card is coming through for Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, what messages are coming through under this beautiful Pisces? Worthless. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. Spiritual and practical communication and learning style. That's where Moon is at. All right. Why are you telling yourself that you're worthless? How are you talking to yourself in your mind? You're taking on all this responsibility at work and at school and all these things because for some reason you believe that you're not worth, that you're trying to prove your worth, you're trying to prove your own personal value. You don't need to. Okay? You are a beautiful creature. You deserve the world. Connect. Communicate with spirit, communicate with the divine, communicate with your higher self, and change that mental programming and do the work to find out, why do you feel like you're worthless if you don't do all these things? Like, you have to do all these things in order to prove your value? No, you don't. You already intrinsically have value. So this goes pretty deep. And I don't want anybody out there feeling like, that they're worthless. And this can maybe be a sign of, depression as well. And if you are feeling really, really depressed, then seek guidance, when it comes to getting help for that, and whether it be spiritual guidance or as a medical doctor, if you need help that way, however it is that you feel called to get help so that you're not feeling depressed, and so you're not feeling down on yourself, and so that you know that you have value and you have worth, okay? And on the bottom of the deck, it says, accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. All right, that is a message for Capricorn. Get out of the way and let heaven help you. All right, accept the help. Maybe people have been trying to ask you to help ease your burdens and you've been stubborn. Don't be so stubborn, Capricorn. All right? So, Aquarius, the moon is saying balance spiritual and practical in your personal finances, spending, and possessions. All right. It is time for you to get realistic when it comes to how you're spending your money and how you're saving your money and all that stuff, your budget. Do the budget, sit down, get real about it, all right? But know that you can have more. Believe in the impossible. Dream bigger, okay? Dream bigger. Tap into what it is that you desire, but also, be realistic. There's there's a manifestation law, the law of, I can't think of the word right at the moment, but it's kind of like nowadays they're saying be delusional. Don't be delusional, okay? Like, that's just going to cause you more problems than it's worth, okay? You have to be realistic. You can't just imagine your way out of a bad spending habit, okay? You can be realistic, but also believe that things are possible, that things, you can believe in something bigger than yourself. You can believe in manifestation. You can believe in things working out in your favor. You can be a lucky girl or a lucky guy, but you can't, just ignore reality. And so find that balance, between having enough and, not having enough. You can want and desire a car or a designer bag, but you can't go out and spend money that you don't have if you don't have it. Because then you're just going to create this hole for yourself. So be careful with that. And then, the Pisces full moon may be creating a little bit of an illusion for you that you need to be careful with. So don't forget to have dreams. You have to find that balance. Sun and Mercury is saying ease burdens and have faith around joint resources and other people's money. Okay, so when it comes to the personal finances and spending habits, that's in your second house. Your 8th house is being hit by the Sun and Mercury. So the bigger picture stuff, the loans, the debts, all that stuff. Ease your burdens. You're going to have to do a lot of clearing work when it comes to the bigger picture. If you want, if you're so far in debt, if you put yourself so far in debt that you don't know how you're going to see your way out of it, then you're going to have to create a practical plan in order to get out of it. You're going to have to sit down and do the budget. You're going to sit down and really figure out the small action steps that you're going to take every day, as well as the bigger picture plan of, what do I need to get rid of? Maybe if you say you got a big fancy car, but the monthly payment is like $600-700 a month, and you really don't have the money to afford a $700 a month truck payment, then maybe it's time to ease the burden and get out from under that if you can. Or credit card debt, that big debt stuff that's really been weighing you down, that's stopping you, make the plan to get out of that. Find a way to get out of it. Get help if you need to. And have faith that it's all going to work out. I kind of feel like it's saying don't get too caught up in getting yourself down about it. If you're really, really down about the debt and you're really, really down about the spending and the budget and stuff like that, and you have to keep your eye on the light. and the believing in the possible, believing in yourself, believing in your ability to manifest what it is that you need in order to make it happen. You know, get it off your shoulders and have faith and believe in the magic, you know. But you also have to have a realistic plan, because Saturn and is not going to play nice with people who don't have a plan right now. You will get slapped around. Saturn is going to slap you around real hard, and Jupiter is about ready to go retrograde too, and then you're going to really get double slapped if you don't start planning and figuring it out now. And so Mars is also saying harmony, collaboration, and thoughtful decisions in higher travel or higher education and travel. If you have to go to that next level in your education or in your training, and you have to go get it, that is probably a key to your success, to your financial success, is that higher education or some sort of going somewhere and getting it. But you're going to have to communicate with others. There will be a sense of collaboration. Maybe there's a sense of who are you working with that can help you achieve that. Okay, maybe a mentor, maybe a training program, maybe sitting down and talking to your partner or whoever that you need to sit down and talk to that can help you come up with a plan. Because right now with Mercury in retrograde is now not really a good time to sort of take off and take flight. You know, there's going to be a lot of delays. This now is not exactly the right time to do that. But now's a good time to create that plan. Now's the time to sit down and create a way to do that. If you have to sit down with your partner and sort of work out the bugs to make room for that in your life, so that when things have a more direct energy and you have eased your burdens and you have that plan, then you can move forward, all right? So don't jump the gun too quick, but it's good to have something to shoot for and find balance in that. Find balance in your life, okay? Let's see what oracle cards are coming out for Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, what messages are coming out for you for this blue moon in Pisces? Guidance does Aquarius need? Wait, don't rush into action right now. Buy time for better results. What was I just saying? Now's not the time to jump the gun and go running off into the sunset. Because Aquarius, don't detach. Don't avoid. Okay, I know that it's hard right now with all this money stuff, and it kind of maybe you're getting that fight, fright, or flight, sensation where it's like, or am I going to fight through this? Am I going to push through this? Or am I going to just get scared and leave? Don't get scared and leave. Now is not the time to do that. I think travel is something that's definitely not on your plate at the moment. And if you're getting scared and you think you're going to run away from your problems, it's not. That you're not going to be able to run away from your problems. They're just going to follow you wherever you go. Okay? So, wait. Do the work. Make the plan and stick to the plan, okay? And look at the bigger picture of things and find harmony and collaboration. Like, communicate with your partner if you have one, or find someone that can help you find balance. Maybe you have to learn more about education. Maybe you need more education when it comes to finances and budgeting, if that's really that's going to help you. And I think that really will help you if you've been struggling with this, if this is really what's resonating with you. Get the education that you need so that you can find that balance. And don't take off. Don't run, because if you run, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to leave you. It's probably only going to make things worse. So don't avoid. Don't escape. Pisces is, one of its lower vibrations is escapism. Okay? Don't do it. Don't give in to that higher vibration. Give into the higher vibration and set your dreams and go after them. And finally, we have Pisces. So obviously, the moon is in your first house. So spiritual and practical is in your self-identity, ego, personality. And pretty much what it is that we really just need to, for ourselves, very similar to kind of like how Virgo is, they're triggered by the opposite energy right now. Okay? And Pisces, we are in our moon sign, and we want to be in that dreamy state. We want to be in that magical, believe in the impossible, and really go into that imagination and really go into the dream state and that escapism and that procrastination. But, as good as that is, as positive as that is, now is the time to sort of use the Virgo energy to create that reality. Tap into that magician energy, okay? You have all the tools. And to focus on all parts of self. Physical, body self, for one, because I know Pisces tend to really, really lack in the taking care of their physical self. Now you really, really should be taking care of your physical self the best that you can. And your actual self, like it's in yourself, take care of that, okay? And to also take care of the mind and spirit. Balance your life out. Get organized, create the plan, and then manifest. Use your Pisces powers to make it happen, okay? I mean, you really, really can. But don't get so wrapped up into the magical part that you forget to focus on the real world, all right? You can be the person that you want to be. Like, be the magician, okay? Be. Don't just wish and dream, become, all right? And then the Sun and Mercury is saying ease burdens and have faith around partnerships and close relationships. All right. Excuse me, my headband is. This is a time, Pisces, where you may feel the pull to cut some cords. I'm done with you. When it comes to your close relationships, you're probably like, I don't know. One of my candles went shh, startled me. You probably feeling the cut the cord energy really strong. I know, me personally, I just did a huge friends list clean out on Facebook. I went from over 1,200 friends to like 400 and something friends in one night, if that says anything. I got rid of over 800 people. And it took forever, but I cleared out so many friends out of my Facebook. And it wasn't that I didn't like them or that I didn't want them in my life, but I was realizing that, there's a lot of people that had their eyes on me, that were watching me, and not all of them had their best intentions. A lot of people, someone was sending negativity my way, and I had to return to sender and then cut the cords. Get that evil eye energy on you and protect you. But, when it comes to partnerships and close relationships, if you're in a relationship with a lover or whatever, there may be some breakup energy coming around, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean you have to break up, but there can be some stuff that's coming up that may be causing you to feel like now is the time. And if you've really been doing the soul work and you really feel like it's not working out, maybe you've been feeling it. But if not, if you're like, I don't want to, if you breaking up is something that you don't want to do, then you have to have faith. Okay, you have to find a way to ease burdens. You got to find a way to find a balance in your relationship so that you're not feeling overwhelmed or whatever it is that you have to do in those relationships so that you can be happy, so that you can be yourself. Toxic relationships are really coming in right now. And so whatever's toxic that you have to cut the cord on it. All right, clear it out, remove it from your life. We don't have time for that anymore. We don't have space for that in our lives anymore. Return to sender. Okay, back off, and then have faith that the people that you do decide to keep in your life, that you do decide to keep around you, is for the good, and that removing the ones that you've removed is for the good. Have faith in the universe. That's all going to be okay. All right. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. All right. Really, really do the work and trust your gut. And then finally, you're going to find harmony and collaboration and thoughtful decisions around joint resources and other people's money. So yeah, having the big conversations about money, especially probably in partnerships, like your partner's earning potential, your earning potential, loans and debts and investments and those things like that. You got to sit down and have the talk. And I kind of feel like there has been a lot of avoided conversations around the talk. And that could be what is, coming up for partnerships. There's just a lot of, if someone in the relationship, whether it's you or the person that you're with, feels like they're carrying all the weight and all the burden when it comes to money, these things need to be talked about. Or if things need to be evened out and balanced out so that you're both putting in equal work and equal effort to make things work, to make your dreams come true, talk about it, come to a resolution, find a balance, find a way for things to work. All right? That way, it doesn't cause a breakup, because if we don't talk about these things, it probably would cause a breakup. But if you talk about it and you have faith, then it'll probably work its way through. That makes sense. Talking about it will heal it, but not talking about it will probably ruin it. So let's see what card is coming through for Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. What messages are coming through? Pisces under this full moon. Simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home, work, life to balance the flow of activities. All right, so Virgo is coming in and saying, girl, balance it out. Get clean, get organized, plan things out. Oh my goodness. Virgo wants you to clean and to organize, and it'll really help with the flow. Pisces wants flow. Pisces doesn't like a lot of obstacle and a lot of clutter. Well, we do tend to clutter up, but we still need flow. When things are too cluttered, when things are messy, when things are dirty and the energy is stagnant, our energy doesn't flow because we are a mutable water sign. We need things to move smoothly. And when things move smoothly, we operate in our best self. And so make room for your best self, okay? And you will feel 10 times better, all right? You will feel 10 times better when everything is in its place and everything is exactly the way that it needs to be. And when you sit down and not just, the clutter in, your budget, All right, if you haven't done your books, if you haven't sat down and done your budget and worked out your financial stuff, then now's a great time to do that too. Get organized in that way so that when you have these talks and when you have these conversations, you'll have a clear picture of what's really going on. Money's really going around right now with the inflation and with the economy and just, there's a lot of job insecurity, and it's like there's just so much that's going on in the bigger world. And that's because of what the farther planets are doing, what Pluto is doing, and Neptune and Saturn. Those farther away planets are really doing a lot when it comes to the financial bigger world shit right now. But in order to make your personal life, your inner world function smoothly, you have to clear it out. You have to find some way to move through with flow and with ease. All right? And then you can probably be able to manifest whatever it is that you want to manifest, because that's the energy. We are tapped into that energy right now. Okay, so I think I got everybody. And I love you all, and thank you all for joining me. And I am so happy that you sat through. And let me know down in the comments if this resonated with you. Let me know what sign you are and everything like that, and what your intentions are. And I will be back this evening tonight at 7 p.m. to do the full moon, blue moon, Pisces ritual, and hopefully you can join me again then. And I love you all so very much, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed full moon, and thank you. I will see you again next time. Bye. Blessed be.